Amanda was standing by the roadside begging on the busy street. People moved fast, eyes fixed on their own problems. She held a cracked plastic bowl and tried not to cry. "Please, sir, anything. I haven't eaten today," she said to a man in a suit. He didn't even look at her. Her stomach twisted. She was 25, but the street had made her older. Just then, a tall man walked slowly towards her. He looked different from everyone else. He walked with confidence, like someone who owned the ground he stepped on. Amanda noticed him, but quickly looked away. Rich people sometimes insulted beggars. She did not want more shame. The man stopped in front of her. "What is your name?" he asked in a calm voice. She raised her head slowly. "My name is Amanda." "I'm Roland," he said. She nodded, confused why a rich-looking man would stop to talk to her. Roland looked at her for a moment, then asked, "Why are you here begging?" Amanda sighed. "Because I have nothing, sir. I'm hungry. I have no family to help me. I beg so I can eat." Roland was silent for a while, then he asked quietly, "How much money do you really need?" Amanda looked down at her bowl. Normally she would ask for little, but something about him made her bold. "I need a lot, sir. More than just coins. I want enough to change my life." Roland's lips curved into a small smile. He liked her honesty. "Then listen," he said. "Since you need a lot of money, why don't you be my girlfriend for 1 month?" Amanda's eyes widened. She thought she didn't hear well. "What?" "I said, be my girlfriend for 1 month." She stared at him in shock. "Sir, is this a joke? I beg for food here, not to play games." Roland shook his head. "It is no joke. My family is planning a big celebration. All the male children must come with a wife or girlfriend. I don't have one. If I go alone, my mother will be angry. I need someone to act as my girl for 1 month." Amanda frowned. "And you choose me?" "Why me?" "Because you need money, and I need someone simple. Every rich girl I know will use this chance to trap me. But you just want money. That makes you perfect. You have to pretend to be rich in front of my mother." Amanda's heart beat fast. "What if your family finds out I'm not rich? What if they catch me lying?" Roland looked straight into her eyes. "They will not know. When you meet my mother, pretend to be the daughter of a wealthy man. Speak with confidence. She will believe you. For now, it is enough." Amanda shook her head. "But what if I fail?" "You won't fail," Roland said firmly. "I will guide you. But you must be bold." Amanda was quiet for a long time. Finally, she whispered, "If you pay me well." "Deal." Roland smiled. "Good. Tomorrow come to my house. Here is my home address." Amanda held her bowl tighter. She could not believe what just happened. She had begged for coins, but now she had agreed to pretend to be a billionaire's girlfriend. Just then she heard laughter, loud, mocking laughter. She turned quickly and her breath caught. It was David, her ex-boyfriend, the same man she had once trusted with her heart. He was walking confidently toward her, holding the hand of a tall, elegant woman. David saw Amanda and burst into laughter again. "So this is where you are now, Amanda?" Still standing on the roadside, begging like a child, he said loudly so that people nearby could hear. The woman beside him smirked. She whispered something in his ear, and David laughed even harder. Amanda's chest tightened, but she refused to look away. "David," she said, "is this how you greet me after all these months?" David shook his head in mock pity. Amanda, you see why I left you? Look at yourself. Dirty clothes, empty hands, begging strangers for coins. What future could I possibly have with you? I need a woman who matches my dreams, not someone who drags me down." Amanda clenched her fists, but kept her face calm. "So you left me because I'm poor?" "Yes," David said proudly, "I left you because you have nothing. Now I've found someone better. This is Melissa. She is beautiful, she is classy, she is educated, and she comes from a wealthy family. She is everything you could never be." Amanda felt anger rising inside her, but she refused to let it show as weakness. "David, you are a disgrace. You think you're a man because you can stand here and mock me? You think you've won because you left me for someone with money? Let me tell you the truth. You did not leave me because I am poor. You left because you are weak. You cannot handle a woman who struggles but refuses to give up. You need to hide behind a woman's wealth because you have none of your own. You are not a man. You are a coward." David's smile vanished, but Amanda was not finished. She took a step closer, her eyes burning with fire. "And you, Melissa," she continued, "don't laugh too much. The same man who left me today will leave you tomorrow. The day he sees someone richer, he will throw you away like old clothes. A man who betrays once will betray again. So enjoy your moment while it lasts." Melissa gasped, her cheeks turning red. She wanted to speak, but no words came out. "Mark my words, David," she said. "One day you will look back at this moment with regret. One day you will search for me, but by then I will be far above you. And when that day comes, remember, I told you so." David's face turned pale with anger. He wanted to respond, but Amanda didn't give him the chance. She turned away from him with dignity, holding her head high, her steps firm. Inside, her heart was still heavy, but she refused to cry in front of him. She whispered to herself as she walked away, "I may be poor today, but tomorrow will be different. My story is not finished." That night, the city air was cooler. The heat of the afternoon had finally gone. Roland had just stepped out of a small local bar where he went to buy a few drinks. Unlike other billionaires who only drank in expensive hotels, he sometimes liked to walk freely at night, to clear his head and breathe like an ordinary man. He walked slowly down the street, his hands in his pockets, when he noticed a familiar figure sitting near a corner shop that was about to close. It was Amanda. She was sitting on a piece of old cardboard. The street was nearly empty now, only a few cars passing. Roland frowned in surprise. "Amanda," he called. Her head snapped up. She blinked when she saw him. "Sir." Roland stepped closer, shocked. "What are you doing out here this late? Why are you still on the street?" Amanda hesitated, embarrassed. She lowered her eyes. "Because I don't have a house. I sleep here. I lost the address you gave me." For a moment, Roland just stared at her. He had expected her to say she was waiting for a cab that will take her to his house, or maybe still begging. But hearing that she actually lived on the street hit him like a slap. "You mean, you sleep here every night?" he asked quietly. Amanda nodded. "Yes. I have nowhere else to go." Roland ran a hand through his hair, disbelief on his face. "My God, Amanda, you should have told me." She gave a sad smile. "What difference would it make? Nobody cares. This is my life." But Roland's jaw tightened. He had seen poverty before, but something about Amanda's calm acceptance touched him. "No," Roland said firmly. "You are not sleeping on this street tonight. Get up. You are coming with me." Amanda's eyes widened. She quickly shook her head. "No, sir, I cannot go with you. People like me do not belong in your world. What will your parents say if they see me?" Roland stepped closer. "Don't worry about my parents. I live alone in my own house. Nobody will trouble you there. I will not allow you to remain here. Get up." Amanda bit her lip, unsure. She wanted to trust him, but fear held her back. She had seen rich men trick poor girls before, but Roland's eyes were different, serious, not playful. "I don't want to be a burden," she whispered. "You won't be," Roland replied. "I gave you my word already. You will be my girlfriend for 1 month. That begins now, and I will not let my girlfriend sleep on the street." Something in the way he said it, firm and final, made Amanda slowly rise to her feet. And followed him. They walked down the road together, and after a few minutes, Roland's private driver picked them up. When they arrived at his mansion, she gasped. The house was huge. "Welcome to my home," Roland said, opening the door for her. Amanda stepped inside nervously. She whispered, "This is like heaven." Roland gave a small smile. "Get used to it. For the next month, this is your home." Before Amanda could reply, the sound of high heels echoed through the hall. A woman appeared from the shadows. Roland's eyes widened. "What are you doing here?" The woman stepped in, her heels clicking against the floor. "Roland, you didn't think I would hear the news? Your mother told you to bring a wife home, didn't she?" "Well, here I am." Roland's face darkened. "I thought I told you never to come to this house again." Amanda sat frozen, confused. The woman ignored Amanda and walked closer to Roland. Don't push me away, Roland. You know I'm the right one for you. Forget the past. Forget our fights. I can give you everything you need. I am classy, I am educated, and I come from a family your mother respects. Take me back, my love. She reached out to touch his arm. Roland pulled back sharply. His voice was cold. Don't you dare call me your love. We are finished. Do you hear me? Finished. I don't ever want to see you in my house again. The woman's eyes filled with anger. You can't mean that, after everything we shared. I mean every word, Roland said firmly. His voice echoed through the room. Leave now before I call security. You have no place in my life anymore. The woman glared at Roland. She hissed, You'll regret this, and stormed out angrily. Roland turned to Amanda and saw the confusion in her eyes. He sighed. I'm sorry you had to see that. She's my past, and I'm done with her forever. Amanda nodded slowly, still shaken by the drama. She wondered what kind of world she had just stepped into. A world of wealth, lies, and danger. Roland sat down opposite her, his face serious. Amanda, listen to me. No matter what happens, don't be afraid. You are safe here. I promise you. Amanda looked at him, her heart heavy with questions. She wanted to believe him, but deep down she knew her life was about to change in ways she could never have imagined. The next morning was bright and calm. Amanda woke up in the large guest room Roland had given her. The bed was soft, the sheets clean and smooth. It felt like a dream. For a moment she forgot who she was. Then reality rushed back. She was a beggar pretending to be a billionaire's girlfriend. Her heart thumped. Today I will meet his mother. She stood in front of the mirror. When she finally dressed, she barely recognized herself. She looked like a lady from a wealthy home. Roland came to check on her. He paused at the door and smiled. You look perfect. Remember, Amanda, confidence is everything. My mother loves rich people, so you must act like one of them. Amanda nodded, trying to steady her breathing. 1 hour later, they walked into the wide sitting room. Roland's mother was already there. She was a woman of class, her presence filling the room. Mother, Roland said, meet Amanda. My girlfriend. Amanda bent slightly and greeted, Good morning, Ma. Roland's mother studied her from head to toe. Amanda held her breath, afraid the woman would see through her disguise, but instead a wide smile spread across her face. Oh, my dear, she said warmly, reaching to hold Amanda's hand. You are so beautiful. Roland has finally brought someone worthy of this family. Tell me, where are you from? Amanda's mind raced. She remembered Roland's advice. Pretend to be the daughter of a wealthy man. She forced a smile. Ma, my father is a businessman. He has companies. We live abroad most times. I came back recently. Roland's mother's eyes shone. Wonderful. I love rich families. I like people of class. You look exactly like one of them. Roland has made a good choice. Amanda gave a small laugh to hide her fear. Sweat was already forming on her back, though she smiled politely. They talked for a while. Roland's mother asked about fashion, travel, and business. Amanda lied carefully, using simple answers and things she had overheard rich people say before. Each time, Roland added small words to support her, guiding her gently so she would not make mistakes. At last, Roland's mother stood and patted Amanda's hand. You are welcome to this family, my dear. I like you already. Roland, don't let this one go. She is a good match. Amanda forced another smile, but her stomach was burning with guilt. Later, when his mother went to the kitchen, Amanda turned to Roland quickly. Roland, she whispered, I just lied to your mother. I feel so hot. My body is shaking. What if she finds out the truth? Roland smiled. Calm down. You did well. She believes you. Just relax. I'll be in the kitchen with her. Take some fresh air outside if you need it. Amanda nodded quickly. Yes, I need fresh air. She hurried out of the mansion, her heart pounding. The compound was large, with flowers planted everywhere and a soft breeze blowing. She took deep breaths, trying to calm herself. But suddenly, she froze. Standing near the gate was a familiar face. It was Melissa, the same girl who had been with her ex-boyfriend David yesterday. The same girl Amanda had insulted on the street. Melissa's eyes widened. You? She exclaimed, stepping closer. Amanda stiffened. What are you doing here? Melissa frowned. That's my question. What are you doing here, Amanda? In this house. Amanda smiled. This is my boyfriend's house. Roland is my boyfriend. Melissa burst out laughing. Your boyfriend? Roland? Don't make me laugh. Do you even know where you are? This house belongs to my aunt. Roland's mother is my mother's sister. That makes her my aunt. And you are standing here, dressed like a queen, claiming to be his girlfriend. Never. That will not happen. Amanda's heart stopped for a second, but she quickly found her courage. And why not? If Roland has chosen me, who are you to decide? Melissa's eyes narrowed. Because I know the real you. You are nothing but a poor, dirty beggar from the street. Yesterday I saw you with David. You were standing there with your begging bowl. And now today you are here pretending to be a rich man's girlfriend. What nonsense is this? Amanda clenched her fists. Melissa, I don't care what you think. Roland knows me, and he still chose me. That is what matters. Melissa stepped closer, her voice full of venom. Don't deceive yourself. I will not allow you to shame my family. Right now, I am going inside to tell my aunt the truth. That you are nothing but a street beggar in borrowed clothes. Let us see how long your lies will last. Amanda's face went pale. You wouldn't dare. Melissa smirked. Watch me. She spun on her heels and marched toward the house. Amanda's legs felt weak, but her eyes blazed with fear and anger. If Melissa exposed her, everything would be over before it even began. She whispered to herself, God, what do I do now? Melissa marched into the house. Roland's mother was still in the kitchen. Melissa walked straight to her, her face full of anger. Aunt, Melissa said loudly, do you know who that girl Amanda is? Roland's mother looked up, surprised. What are you talking about, Melissa? That's Roland's girlfriend. She told me she comes from a wealthy family. I like her already. Melissa shook her head and laughed bitterly. Wealthy family? Aunt, don't be deceived. That girl is a liar. She is not from any rich home. She is a street beggar. I saw her with my own eyes yesterday, standing on the roadside with a dirty bowl, begging for food. Amanda gasped. Melissa, stop it. But Roland's mother froze. Her smile faded slowly. She turned to look at Amanda, her eyes narrowing. Is this true? Amanda opened her mouth, but no words came out. Melissa frowned. Aunt, I know what I saw. She is a poor girl with nothing. Look at her pretending in these fine clothes. She is playing a game with Roland. She wants his money. She is deceiving all of us. Roland's mother's face hardened. She turned fully to Amanda. Answer me now. Who are you really? Amanda's lips trembled. Ma, I... Speak the truth, Roland's mother snapped. Amanda dropped her eyes. I'm sorry, I only wanted a chance. I am not from a wealthy family. I live on the street. There was silence, heavy silence. Then Roland's mother exploded. What nonsense! How dare you come into my house with lies? How dare you deceive me and pretend to be someone you are not? Tears filled Amanda's eyes. Ma, please forgive me. I did not mean to hurt anyone. I was desperate. Roland's mother pointed at the door. Get out. I will not allow a street beggar to shame my family. Stay away from me and stay away from my son forever. Do you hear me? Forever. Amanda's heart broke. Please, Ma, I am not a bad person. I only wanted a chance to live a better life. But Roland's mother's face was like stone. Leave my house now. Melissa was watching, smiling in victory. I told you, Aunt, she is nothing but a fraud. Amanda felt like the ground was breaking beneath her. Her dreams, her hopes, everything was collapsing. She left the house angry and sad. Roland came into the living room, his eyes searching. Mother, where is Amanda? He asked calmly. His mother was silent for a moment, then she said flatly, She's gone. Roland frowned. Gone? What do you mean gone? Where did she go? I sent her away, she said. That girl is a liar. Melissa told me the truth. She is not from a wealthy family. She is a beggar from the street, pretending to be someone she is not. I will not allow her to stay in this house, and I will not allow her near you again. For a few seconds, Roland just stood there, stunned. His heart raced. You chased her out, without even telling me. His mother frowned. I am protecting you. She is beneath you. She will destroy your name. Roland, she is not your level. Now Roland became more angry. So because she is not wealthy, she cannot be my girlfriend. Is that it, Mother? That is the only reason. His mother's eyes hardened. Yes, our family is respected. We marry equals, not street beggars. Only then did Roland's anger explode. Mother, you made a terrible mistake. Amanda may be poor, but she is worth more than every fake rich woman who only loves money. You talk about respect, but you gave her none. You talk about class, but you showed none. How dare you throw her out of my house? His mother tried to speak, but Roland cut her off. No, don't say anything. You hurt her. You judged her without even knowing her heart. He turned suddenly to Melissa, who was standing with a satisfied smile. And you, he said, pointing at her, you think you did something clever. I pity you. You're smiling now, but by the time Amanda's ex-boyfriend is done with you, you will regret ever meeting him. He left Amanda because she was poor. One day, he will leave you too, for someone richer. And when he does, don't come back crying. Don't you dare. Melissa's smile disappeared. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. Roland's face was set like stone. He looked back at his mother one last time. I will find Amanda, and if you can't accept her, then you will have to accept losing me. With that, he stormed out of the mansion to search for her. He jumped into his car and drove out of the compound, his eyes scanning the road like a hawk. After a few minutes, just ahead on the quiet street, he saw her. Amanda was walking slowly, holding a small bag in her hand. Her shoulders were shaking as if she had been crying. The sight broke Roland's heart. He pressed the brake hard and stopped right beside her. Amanda, he called. She froze, then turned. Her eyes were red with tears, her face pale. Roland jumped out of the car and hurried to her. Where are you going? Amanda held her bag tighter, her voice cracked. I don't belong here, Roland. Your mother is right. I am poor, I am nothing, and I will only bring shame to you. I can't stay. I am leaving. Roland shook his head. Never. Not when I have found you. Not when I have fallen in love with you. Amanda's lips parted in shock. What? What did you say? I said I love you, Amanda. From the very first day I set my eyes on you, something inside me changed. I thought it was just pity at first, but no, it was love. Real love. You are different from everyone else I've ever met. You are strong, you are bold, and you are real. I won't let you go. Not now, not ever. Amanda's tears fell harder. But Roland, your mother hates me. She will never accept me, and Melissa will not stop until she destroys me. How can we fight them? How can a beggar like me stand in this world of riches? Roland reached out and held her. Listen to me. You are not a beggar to me. You are the woman I love. Money does not make a person valuable, character does. And you, Amanda, have more character and dignity than all those so-called classy women put together. Let my mother be angry if she wants. Let Melissa plot if she wants. None of them can change what I feel for you. Amanda tried to speak, but her voice broke. Roland, I don't know what to say. Say yes, Roland whispered. Say you will stay. Say you will give us a chance. Say you will not leave me tonight. Amanda's bag slipped from her hand as tears of confusion and joy ran down her cheeks. But I am afraid. Roland gently wiped her tears with his thumb. Don't be afraid. I will fight for you. I will protect you. Amanda, I am not asking for 1 month anymore. I am asking for forever. Amanda's breath caught. Her heart pounded so hard it felt like it would break her chest. For the first time in years, she felt seen, valued, and loved. Slowly she nodded. Roland, I will stay. A smile broke across Roland's face. He pulled her into his arms and held her tightly. That's all I needed to hear. You are mine, Amanda, and I will never let you go. The next afternoon, Roland had gone out for a business meeting with his manager. Amanda was at the mansion alone. She had spent the morning cleaning her room and helping the cook in the kitchen just to keep herself busy. She had just stepped into the living room when the gate opened, and in walked Clara, Roland's ex-girlfriend. Amanda froze. You again? Clara smirked. Yes, me. So it's true, you are living here now like a queen, a poor beggar sitting in a mansion. Did you think you could get rid of me so easily? Never. I came to warn you for the last time. Stay away from my man, Roland. Amanda's chest tightened, but she stayed calm. Roland is not home. You should leave. Clara laughed coldly. Leave? Number, I came here for you. I came to warn you. Stay away from my boyfriend. Amanda frowned. Your boyfriend? Roland is not your boyfriend. He made it clear he is done with you. Clara stepped closer, her voice sharp like a knife. Don't fool yourself. I know everything about you, Amanda. I heard you are poor, homeless, and a beggar. You have nothing. You don't belong here. This is not your world. You are just using Roland for money. A girl like you cannot last in a place like this. Amanda felt her body shake, but she refused to show fear. Yes, I was poor. Yes, I was homeless. Yes, I begged on the streets to survive. But tell me, Clara, if I am nothing, then why did Roland choose me over you? Clara's face twisted. What did you just say? Amanda took a step forward, her eyes firm. You had the beauty, the money, the expensive clothes. You had everything the world says a man should want. Yet Roland left you, and he chose me. Do you know why? Because love is not about wealth or class, it's about the heart. And my heart is real, Clara. Yours is full of pride and greed. Clara gasped. How dare you talk to me like this? Amanda's voice grew stronger. I dare because I am no longer the weak girl you thought I was. Roland loves me, not you. You insult me for being poor, but poverty is not a crime. Pride is. And pride is the reason you lost him. Clara's eyes filled with rage. She pointed at Amanda. Enjoy this house while it lasts. You will not be here for long. I will make sure of it. Amanda shook her head slowly. You cannot stop love, Clara. You can try, but you will fail. Because Roland has made his choice, and his choice is me. For a long moment, they stood face to face, two women from two different worlds. Clara's face was burning with jealousy, but Amanda's face shone with quiet strength. Finally, Clara turned sharply on her heel and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. Amanda let out a shaky breath and sank into the chair. Her hands were trembling, but her heart was calm. She whispered to herself, I may have nothing, but I have his love. And that is more powerful than all her wealth. A week later, Melissa was in town shopping. She had just bought a few expensive clothes when she decided to pass by a small restaurant to get a drink. As she entered, she suddenly heard a familiar voice coming from one of the corners. She stopped. It was David, her boyfriend, the same man who had once been Amanda's boyfriend. Melissa smiled at first, ready to surprise him, but then she froze when she heard his words. David was sitting with a young woman who looked about 5 months pregnant. She wore a simple dress, her belly clearly showing. David was leaning close to her, speaking in a low voice, but Melissa could hear everything. My love, David said to the pregnant woman, don't worry, just be patient. By the time I finish collecting money from Melissa, we will be free. I will run away with you. We will travel abroad and raise our baby far away from here. The pregnant woman smiled shyly. Are you sure? What if Melissa finds out? David laughed coldly. She won't. Melissa is a fool. She thinks I love her, but I only love her money. Once I finish her money, I'm done. She is just a ladder. You and our unborn child are my real family. Melissa's blood ran cold. She stood there frozen, her heart pounding, her ears burning with the words she just heard. So it's true. He never loved me. He only used me. Her body shook with anger and betrayal. She wanted to scream, but her voice was stuck. Tears filled her eyes as she listened to David continue. In fact, David added, lowering his voice, once I empty her account, I'll disappear before she even knows what hit her. She is nothing but a bank to me. The pregnant woman giggled. You're too wicked. David smirked. Wicked but smart. Soon we will be living like kings abroad. Melissa felt like the ground was breaking under her feet. The man she had defended, the man she had chosen over her own blood, the man she had mocked Amanda for, he was nothing but a cheat and a thief. Her legs finally moved, and she stumbled back out of the restaurant before they could see her. Outside, she leaned against the wall, gasping for breath. Betrayal cut through her chest like a knife. How could he do this to me? She whispered, tears streaming down her face. Her mind raced back to Amanda's words. One day he will leave you too, when he finds someone richer. A man who betrays once will betray again. Now the truth stood in her face. Amanda had been right all along. David, you will pay for this. You think you can use me and dump me? Never. Her eyes burned with both pain and determination. The betrayal was complete, but she was not going to go down quietly. The next evening, the atmosphere in the mansion was tense. Roland had not spoken much to his mother since Amanda was thrown out. But that evening, something unexpected happened. A black car drove into the compound slowly. The driver stepped out and opened the back door. Out came Mr. Williams, Roland's father. He had been abroad for months receiving treatment for his health. Everyone had missed him, and his return was supposed to be a joyful moment. When Roland's mother saw him, she gasped and ran forward. "Darling, you're back. Thank God you are strong again." Later, after he had rested a little, the family gathered in the living room. Roland sat beside Amanda protectively, while his mother sat on the other side, her face stiff. Mr. Williams' deep voice filled the room. "I already know everything that happened," he said slowly. "Amanda, don't look surprised. I know you were thrown out. I know Melissa tried to disgrace you, and I know, my dear wife, that you are against this relationship." Roland's mother shifted uncomfortably. "Yes, because it will bring shame to us. She is poor, she lied about her background. How can such a girl be fit for our son?" Mr. Williams leaned forward, his eyes piercing hers. "And tell me, where were you from when I met you? Were you not a poor girl too? Did you not grow up in a small village with nothing? Did you not wear one wrapper every day before I married you?" His wife's mouth opened, but no words came out. "That was in the olden days," she finally snapped. "Things are different now. We are wealthy, respected. We cannot bring a poor girl into our family." Mr. Williams frowned. "No, it is the same. Don't deceive yourself. Poverty yesterday is the same as poverty today. You should know better than anyone that being poor does not mean someone is worthless. Or have you forgotten so soon where you came from?" Tears welled up in Amanda's eyes. She bowed her head, not believing what she was hearing. Mr. Williams turned his gaze back to his wife. "You have no right to choose a wife for our son. That is his decision. If Roland has chosen Amanda, then so be it. End of story." Roland's mother looked away, ashamed. She could not argue. The truth was too strong. Mr. Williams' voice softened. "Wealth is nothing without love, without respect. I married you when you had nothing, and look at us today. Why deny your son the same chance? Or do you want him to be miserable with a woman he does not love?" Silence filled the room. Everyone waited for Roland's mother to respond. She lowered her head, shame washing over her face. For the first time she realized how unfair she had been. Slowly she turned to Amanda. Her voice was soft and trembling. "My daughter, forgive me," she said. "I judged you too quickly. I thought only of wealth and class, but I forgot that love is what truly matters. I was wrong to chase you away. I see now that you truly care for my son, and he cares for you. From today, I approve your relationship. You have my blessing." Amanda gasped. She never expected those words. "Thank you, Ma," she whispered. "I promise I will never hurt Roland. I will love him with all my heart." Roland smiled widely, relief flooding his chest. "Thank you, Mother. You don't know how much this means to us." 2 weeks later, it was a bright morning. Roland had prepared something special. He took Amanda to a beautiful garden filled with flowers and soft music playing in the background. Amanda looked around, confused but smiling. "Roland, what is this place? Why did you bring me here?" Roland took her hand and looked deep into her eyes. His voice was firm but full of love. "Amanda, 2 weeks ago I almost lost you. I almost let my family's pride destroy us. But today I stand here knowing one truth. You are the love of my life. I don't care about your past. I don't care about what people say. I only care about us. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you." Before Amanda could speak, Roland dropped on one knee and brought out a small box. Inside was a shining diamond ring. "Amanda," he said softly, "will you marry me?" Amanda's hands flew to her face. Tears spilled down her cheeks as she nodded. "Yes, Roland, yes, I will marry you." Roland slipped the ring onto her finger. He stood, pulled her into his arms and kissed her gently. Their love story had just taken a new turn. Roland had a big business meeting. A wealthy oil and gas billionaire had requested his presence to sign a major deal that could expand his company across the country. It was one of the biggest opportunities of his career. He wore his best suit and drove straight to the luxury hotel where the meeting was set. His heart beat with excitement as he entered the large conference room. But the moment he stepped inside, his eyes widened in shock. Sitting at the head of the table, dressed elegantly, was Amanda. Roland gasped. She smiled calmly. "Good morning, Roland. Welcome." Roland blinked, confused. What are you doing here?" "I thought I came to meet the representative of Mr. Thompson, the billionaire oil and gas magnate." Amanda stood and walked toward him gracefully. "Yes, you are meeting him. I am his daughter." Roland's mouth fell open. "What? Your father is Mr. Thompson?" Amanda nodded. "Yes, the multiple billionaire in oil, gas, and estates. The man you came to sign a deal with today is my father." Roland staggered back slightly, his mind racing. But you told me you were poor. You told me you had nothing." Amanda's eyes softened. She reached out and took his hand. "I need to tell you the truth now. Roland, I was never really poor. I only pretended. I disguised myself because I wanted to know who would love me for me. Not for my father's money, not for our wealth. I was tired of men chasing me just because of what my family owns. I needed to find someone real." Roland's heart pounded. "So, you tested me?" Amanda nodded gently. "Yes. And you passed the test. You loved me when you thought I was a beggar. You fought for me when everyone was against me. You stood by me when your own mother rejected me. That is how I know your love is true." Roland pulled her close, his heart overflowing with relief and joy. "Amanda, you don't know how much this means to me. You could have been anyone, but you chose to trust me with your heart. I loved you when you were a beggar, and I love you even more now. Nothing will change that." Amanda's eyes shone with tears. "And I love you too, Roland. Forever." Melissa could not sleep. The truth about David had broken her completely. She replayed his words in her head. "Melissa is just a bank to me. Once I finish her money, I will run away abroad with my real woman and our child." Each time she remembered, her chest burned with rage. She had loved him, defended him, spent on him, and this was how he planned to pay her back. Her anger soon turned dark. She began to plan revenge. One evening, she waited outside David's house. When the delivery man from David's favorite pizza brand came by, Melissa called him aside. She slid an envelope of cash into his pocket. "Make sure this goes to David," she whispered. "Do it exactly the way I said." The delivery man hesitated, but greed made him accept the bribe. That night, David and his pregnant girlfriend were laughing in the living room. "Pizza night," David said, kissing the woman on the cheek as they opened the box. They both ate happily, not knowing death was already at the table. Minutes later, the laughter turned into coughing. The woman clutched her stomach, David's face twisted in horror. They both collapsed to the floor. David and his girlfriend were dead. The police came, and an investigation began. At first, people were confused, but it didn't take long. The delivery man was caught, and under pressure he confessed everything. How Melissa had bribed him, how she planned the poisoning. Melissa was arrested. In court she tried to deny it, but the evidence was clear. The judge's voice was heavy when he gave the verdict. "Melissa Thompson, you are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of David and his partner." The courtroom was silent. Melissa screamed, but nobody pitied her. She had destroyed herself with her own bitterness. 2 months later, the world moved on. In the Williams mansion, joy replaced sorrow. Amanda was glowing in a white gown, her face full of peace. Roland stood beside her in a black suit, his eyes shining with love. Family, friends, and business partners filled the church that day. Mr. Williams sat proudly in the front row, his wife beside him, finally smiling with acceptance. The pastor's voice rang out. "Roland, do you take Amanda to be your wife?" "I do," Roland said without hesitation. "Amanda, do you take Roland to be your husband?" "I do," Amanda replied, tears of joy rolling down her cheeks. "By the authority given to me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride." Roland kissed Amanda softly as the church erupted in cheers and clapping. It was the beginning of their forever. At the reception later, Roland raised his glass and said, "Love is not about wealth or class. Love is about the heart. I loved Amanda when I thought she was poor, and today I love her even more knowing the truth. This is our story, and I pray it inspires others never to judge by appearance." As Roland and Amanda built their new life together, news spread about Clara, Roland's ex-girlfriend, who had once insulted Amanda and tried to win Roland back. Clara had fallen for another man who pretended to be rich. He wore fine clothes, spoke big grammar, and carried himself like a businessman. She believed his lies and followed him, even when her family warned her. Months later, the truth came out. The man was not rich at all. He was just a poor tailor who borrowed clothes to impress women. By the time Clara discovered the truth, it was too late. She was already 6 months pregnant. She cried bitterly in her small rented apartment, her hands on her swollen belly. "What have I done to myself? I left a man who truly loved me. I mocked Amanda, but look at me now, pregnant for a man who tricked me." Regret ate her heart day and night, but nothing could change her situation. Dear viewers, what lesson did you learn from this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever we upload new videos. Thank you for watching and stay blessed.